Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Well, the Amiga core for the Analogue Pocket has received an update. Pair that together with the fantastically beautiful front end that the guys at AmigaVision have provided. Well, you have Amiga Bliss on your Analogue Pocket. Now, I grew up with the Amiga. I had it for a number of years. I like computers. I moved over to consoles, and then I played consoles for some years. Now, this has a whole heap of good games on there. But as well as good games, guys, you can check out like demos. It had a big demo scene where it had a lot of these really visual pleasing videos running on the Amiga, as well as a soundtrack that was paired with it. Absolutely fantastic. This one here, if you do want to check it out, go into the AmigaVision front end, go into demos and find one called Eon. Eon, I'm saying it slowly, E-O-N. That's how it's spelled, and this is what you'll get. If you just want to zone out, chill out, and check this stuff out, this is absolutely fantastic. So we'll have a look at the front end. We'll have a look at a few games. I won't go mega into the games because I did do a stream recently, and I'm happy to do another stream. But what's really cool about this is it used to be called Mega AGS, and the guys at AmigaVision were putting Mega AGS together, but they changed the naming convention to AmigaVision to prevent people from being confused. And for the whole part, it worked. The only thing is, a lot of the files you had on your Analogue Pocket or the big images, they were called Mega AGS. Well, this new core update, one of the things it addresses is the new naming convention. So now everything is uniform with AmigaVision. Do check out AmigaVision's website. It gives you clear and concise instructions as in how to deal with this, how to just rename the image or get another image and put that on there. But going forward, when we get a new image, and I always look forward to new AmigaVision images, because if there are any new homebrew games that have come out, any new demos or fan projects, they get included on that. So before we have a look at some games in the front end, I want you guys to enjoy this demo scene piece here, Eon, because it really is fantastic. I want to send a special thanks out to Mazamars as well as the AmigaVision guys for just making this stuff so awesome. Honestly, it's amazing. It's mind-blowing that I have this Analogue Pocket in my pocket and it just carries like the entire Amiga library plus a whole lot more. So what's new about this core? In the notes over on GitHub, it's Mazamars 312 Amiga 0.2.2. updated to support latest AmigaVision file naming, what we spoke about, improved some user interface labels and documentation, scoreboard corruption in Hybris was fixed, and that was thanks to RSN 8887. But yeah, let's have a look at the front end before we have a look at some games. So this is what you get when you set up AmigaVision on your Analogue Pocket. Absolutely superb. The AmigaVision front end paired together with the Amiga core will just give you that fantastic experience. Now you can check games in different ways. Here I am looking at a list of top 100 games from, what was it, Amiga Power. There you go, Amiga Power Top 100 from the year 1991. You can look at 1992, 1993. You can even look at releases just by years themselves. You can look at best of, you can look at genres. Everything is here. Games alphabetically, games that weren't English, lots and lots of demo scene stuff. So what I really like about this was when I played the Amiga, there's a lot of games that I forgot about. I could remember what the game looked like, but I just couldn't remember what the title was. But here, when you're flicking through stuff, you're like, oh, well, look at that. Lemmings, New Year 91, 92. I remember that. I want to go in and play that. So if you are someone that had an Amiga, played an Amiga around a friend's house, had some experience with the Amiga, you will find the stuff that you love and maybe you are missing now, and that nostalgia will kick in. If you're not used to the Amiga, it's a brilliant system to check out, especially when you've got a beautiful package like this. I only wish AmigaVision do other stuff like this, because hey, I would love to see other systems having this kind of treatment or having this kind of a front end for it, where it just makes easy to find everything on there. And the beauty of it is, look how fast it is. There's no lag. You're getting pictures up quickly. You're scrolling through menus super fast. So this is really good. Can't recommend it enough. But let's have a look at a couple of games now. Won't go crazy on the games because I've done lots and lots of Amiga stuff. I will likely do a stream. Let me know if you want to see a stream of this in the coming days. But yeah, let's have a look at some games now. This here is Ⅎ𝒾𝓈 𝒩ℴ𝓋𝒶, a very technical achievement on the Amiga. I mean, look at the way the guy walks, the animation, moving his shoulders left to right like he owns the world. It's a difficult game, it's hectic, a lot is happening. And when I played this on the Amiga originally, I remember how I had to shoot, then I had to press a button to jump, and to do the specials, I think you had to press the space bar, or that crazy one there, maybe you had to press another button. But AmigaVision just sorts out the controls for you. You have a dedicated jump button, you have a fire button, and you have a button for your two special moves. This is Ⅎ𝒾𝓈, this is difficult. I die on this very quickly, but it's a very good game. And I have to send a shout out to the developer of the Philips CDI called Slammy, because I know they love this game. This game here is Xenon 2. This is made by the Bitmap brothers. These guys could do no wrong in the era of the Amiga. They brought out so many classics. I wanted to highlight Xenon 2 today because I like shooters, I like shmups, I like vertical shmups, but I mainly play Japanese ones. But this one here is a non-Japanese, a Western one that feels very unique, it feels different, but it feels good at the same time. I remember the soundtrack for this was pretty banging as well. The Bitmap brothers, if you're familiar or you've heard of the game, the Chaos Engine, they made that. My favorite game that they made was probably Speedball 2, and I usually run that, but I thought we'd go for something different today. But definitely check this out if you haven't already. If you check this out on the Amiga, then go and revisit it and let me know what you think. I definitely like doing Amiga live streams, and this is one I did a few days ago, an Amiga stream on the Analogue Pocket. And what's really cool over here, I go through some of my favorite games, but more importantly, you guys, the viewer, the subscriber, are in chat telling me, yo, Pixel, try this game out. So this is a good stream to watch to get an idea of what games to play and maybe what games to avoid when we play a bad one. This game you're seeing on screen now is a game called Switchblade 2. It really is good. It's a game that I completely loved on the Amiga, and every time I revisit it, it brings me joy. Let's end the stream with this. This game here is Sensible World of Soccer. It's a very good game. It's something that we played against friends very competitively. Before this, we used to play a game called Kickoff 2, but honestly, that was a decent game, but it was very difficult to play. Sensible Soccer came along. It made football easier to play, but so much fun. You had one button to play it with. I remember doing a lob, you had to move the stick forward and then pull it back, and it actually felt like you were putting your foot under the ball and kicking it right up the field. Also, you had after shot in this, so when you took your shot, you moved it left or right after, and the ball would curl there. The amazing thing is, so this one here is Sensible World of Soccer. The one that I played more was Sensible Soccer, but they're very similar games. This game here, Sensible World of Soccer, it is still played. There are offline events. In fact, in my weekly news video, I mentioned an event that was taking place just down the road from me. So the fans of this still go, they hold a league. And if you are a Sensible Soccer player, maybe you want to check out one of these events. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Once again, a massive thank you out to Mazamars for his update to the core, the guys at AmigaVision for everything that they do, and pretty much anyone involved, the original Amiga developers that made the core or the mini-mig core, wherever it began. It got ported to the MiSTer, then it got ported to the Analogue Pocket. Absolutely amazing. FPGA gaming is amazing. Guys, try out the Amiga. That's all I can say, because it's been made so easy for you. All the hassle has been taken out of it, and you can play it and have fun. Anyway, be awesome to one another, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is always super duper appreciated. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.